Hello guys, welcome back to our second day. Got this one, the final round of the FIA Manufacturers Championship. Needing to improve. If you've been watching our previous round at Red Bull as well, we had every attempt at it trying to improve, and we've also failed to improve. We've improved by a single point or something in our first average, so we're back again. We've qualified in 12th place in this one. On the run into the first corner, back on board, see how it goes, have a pressure from behind us. And just about managing to get round that safe. I would imagine that's a cut back on us, surely, as we'll almost lose the back end there as well. But a wee bit of a gap. Not much, just a tad. But yes, we're back out again, trying to improve, and yet again, I believe in this one, it was a top 6 that we wanted. Yet again, I think a 7th place might have just made us a point or two, but it was basically a top 6. Which we needed. Back on board. A load of them in front of us. Mr. VDK Nemo out front. USR Navas in second, and Mr. Base Design in third at the moment, as we sneak ourselves up to 12th. There is a lot going on ahead of us. That must be an our spot, surely. We're up in the 11th. Oh, he's glitching. He's glitched back in front of us. We're out of his way. And I do believe you'll see coming round this chicane. He's not there, but he just... Watch what happens. A car appears out of nowhere and passes about 5 of us in the one go. And if you look at the tyres, we have started this race on the hard tyres. So because of our poor qualifying, we have decided, let's get these hard tyres out of the way, and into the pits will come. A quick skip for this one, out of the pits on a set of softs. Getting held up immediately as soon as we come out on the first corner, so we didn't drop back into a bit of space on our own, which is probably what we were hoping for. But we've got rid of the slowest compound of tyre. There's a wee bit of pressure from R4M Earthquake from Portugal behind us in 19th place. We're right down to 18th. Have we got a run? Surely that's a run. That has to be a move up the inside of you, sir. Can you not tell our tyres is much better than you? Oh, we avoid Sim, and we throw an aggressive one there. Let's see, we'll go back and we'll have a look at that from the outside. That was a wee bit of an aggressive one with Thu, but he was coming out of his ghost, and we were committed. There was no avoiding that. Once we had committed ourselves, we were taking that shit. And up to 16th, but we've given him a penalty. He already had a penalty, I do believe, a small one. Not sure if he's received a whole 4-second penalty for us there, but we were keeping an eye on him on the radar there in case he was having a wild one back at us. 15th, we'll have a small skip along the straight up to the chicane, and still no wild lunges. So apologies for that, sir, if I've handed you that penalty. This is when you were absolutely terrified to be on the outside of anyone if he had a new over on the inside. There was a shitload of space on the outside for him to spot that one coming. And again, we want it off Ramus immediately, as fast as we can, sir. Right now, can we wrap your door and get you the inside us in? He would do indeed. Up to 14th. We'll continue with a skip. There's a queue of guys in front of us. And there's also a penalty above one of their heads. edging our way up onto them. I think we'll go from here. This is looking quite entertaining for myself. As usual, guys, we're sitting here having a wee cup of coffee in the morning. These are a while ago now. We're not too sure what kind of stuff is going to go down, but we do know that we were frustrated in these first two attempts. We didn't have our normal, very chilled out, calm head on us. Although after watching our first effort, it wasn't a bad attempt. Although this one, I do believe, gets a bit more frustrating than the first one. Mr. Burrs, we do remember your name. We also remember Brackus in the yellow in front of us as we try and sneak up on our wee spot there. Can we get two round the outside? And we've received a penalty for that small wee nudge. Again, ridiculous penalty, but our own fault. Avoidable right there. We did not have to squeeze him so tight. We are normally not like that with this penalty system. It's now no longer here. The penalties aren't like this any longer. However, we don't usually pick that up. We usually leaving a shitload of space whenever we're on the outside. And that 1 second penalty will punish us. Do we have to serve it this lap? We do indeed. And do we drop down that spot? Surely we're taking that back. Take it off him. And here I believe we were a bit annoyed at Mr. Birchie here, as he is. He was having that no matter what we did, for sure. One more look at it, and we just get pushed off into the sand, and our run lost, with more threatening them all. As my goodness, we must be terrified at the moment there when we looked in our mirror. Are they coming for the move? We're flashing our lights now. We're not happy. He's pushed us on off the track onto the sand, and it looks like another lunge is being made for us. Up the inside, we'll have one more check at that one from on board as we enter the chicane again. He's through one. He gives us a touch, and luckily it means we don't get a penalty. Hopefully we don't get a penalty. We don't. There's no penalty comes up for us, so we were allowed to do or to take that much of the chicane because he has made contact with us. And there's three of them right on our ass. Anyway, lunges to be had on the way into the first corner. Mr. Ram and other people coming up. Oh dear, he's timed his brake, and the guy in the yellow again. The Braca guy is that. In the 10th, and a wee bit of a gap behind us, surely. Come and get our head down. Mr. Rodericious on our ass now, and he's caught us there, I suspect. Will we give it to him? Will we give it to him? We don't usually fight stuff like this. Ask him to step into the rocket launcher, point him at the car directly ahead, and pull that trigger. Let him go. Oh, take him back, but if you get that sort of opportunity, and into the pits will come. What is it? We're coming off the softs. Surely we'll go on to a set of mediums now, and then maybe finish the race on another set of softs. The pit crew with the spare wheels waiting to go on. There was rumours that our competitors had soaked their wheel nuts in oil overnight to make them as slippery as possible. But no nuts dropped this time. Back down to 15th. Mr. Bracca's behind us. And Mr. Mark, I remember him, Mr. Mark as well. Mark the man. I do believe. Shit goes down in this one for sure. What are we like behind us? Is there any moves to be done? Out on a fresh set of mediums. Needing to get stuff done here. I would imagine if there's an inside door left open here, we'll be risking it. No, he protects it. He sends us to the outside, terrified of any contact out there yet again and again. Nowhere to go. We're just losing time at the moment. Oh, we nudging it back. No harm done. And no penalties handed out. Well done, Gran Turismo. And still he's just getting held up. Hey lad, surely that's a move on the inside of you. And you, it's 2 for the price of 1 in that corner. Can we get back into the slipstream now? Mr. Mark comes over. Can we defend it? I would imagine they're going to be wanting it back. We just about managed to get in there. Not sure what went on behind us. A penalty handed out because they must have hit each other. Up to 13th position, Mr. Mark Demand in front of us. And I'm not sure why I remember Mark, but we do. For some reason. And you know, in racing games, when you think you remember someone and you're not quite sure why you remember them, you're always nervous, because there's only 2 reasons to remember people in racing games. You've either had a very, very good race with them, or you've had a very, very bad race with them. And I think there, Mr. Mark might have been annoyed here, was he, with 3-1? We've definitely got that. And let's see, does he get a penalty? Oh, well, someone else hit him there, so that penalty, if he does get one, that's not on us. He hasn't got a penalty on us. In fact, he hasn't got a penalty, but we did throw one up the inside of him. Mr. Wingerman now in front of us, all over his ass, getting held up ever so slightly. And I do believe we'll have to throw an apology out in this one, because you can see when you're not, most of us, I feel like, are like this. We all lose our heads sometimes. He's a mile back there, and right there, for me, that is ridiculous. I'm not sure what you guys think, but coming from that far back, that was a lot more aggressive than my one. And as I say, we'll pause it here. I'm not sure how most people are. Usually we handle this kind of treatment pretty chilled out and calmly, but most of us react very poorly a lot of the time to that, and this is one of our very poor reactions. We're like, haha, you like to bump, come here, and we just take him out. We were not having that shit. He had threw that crazy one up the inside, which handed us a 2-second penalty, and right there we were not lifting, we were taking him. Huge apologies, humiliation handed out for myself for bringing Mr. Wingerman into that one. He was on the outside and he got hit as well. But what a retaliation move from Mark. Let's go and watch that shit again. All of it. You see, there it is from the outside. He throws the aggressive one. We're not having that shit when we see the penalty. Mr. Wingerman, a casualty of the war, the argument. and he's flashing his lights, he's not pleased. And my goodness, look at that, Mark. I tell you what, Mark, I have to give you a round of applause for that one, sir. That was outstanding. A perfect pit maneuver there from Mr. Mark on us. Well done. We did deserve that shit indeed. But again, able to see the difference when you're not chilled out and relaxed and calm and in the right frame of mind. Someone gives you a wee bump, or other people in your race have been slightly aggressive, and so your attitude has changed during the race. You've made a clear change in driving style, and okay, I'm now going to be the aggressive one. Everyone else is throwing it up the inside of me. I need to start being the aggressive one. And then just whenever it only takes two guys to be in that frame of mind, and an argument or bumps is going to kick off. Luckily for us, in our next try, you shall see we have a different attitude. We had a wee delivery came at the end of this race, a wee delivery of sweeties, ice cream and chocolate and stuff, let's say. All those wee magicals arrived, and we were very happy and very relaxed and chilled out for the next effort. And you will see the difference when you're chilled out and happy and focusing on basically having a no contact race. We also do get a wee bit lucky, because depending on how your race is, it's all to do with how much pressure is on your ass as to how nice you're able to be at times. We love handing people spats and being nice, but you can only do that if there's one of them behind you. When there's five of them all over your ass, you can't really be being nice to anybody. You have to be defending that stuff. Lap 9. This looks like it has turned into a lonely one. 17th, and Mr. Wingerman back here with us as well. We did send an apology out, hopefully, to Mr. Wingerman. Again, no recollection of that, but we've raced and stuff after that, and message. There's been no hard feelings. Again, with the skip, looks like that has ended our race wars in this one, but I do believe this shit is not over. I believe there's more of it as we head into the pits yet again, back out on a set of softs. Let's continue to skip until we see what else is gonna go down. And that was the Mr. Burt's from earlier in the race, and we felt like he's just trying to take us out as soon as we pull up to the side of him, so we're nudging him there but don't want to overtake him. And again, he's just, we've got the rough end of that one. It was a nightmare. Surely that's all she wrote for us. We could celebrate a top 15. On to the final lap, still in 15th place. Surely that is all she wrote for us. It is indeed, and home we come. In fact, the time must have run out, because we don't even get home. It stops right there. So, terrible round for us. But the next video might be better.